Hello guys, it's Dave from the Fitness Formula. So I've just had a really good chat with one of our clients, Brooke. She doesn't mind me saying her name. I did ask her to get permission. And Brooke messaged me this morning saying, can we have a chat today? And usually if I get a message come through from a client that says, can we have a chat? That usually means that they're just not quite feeling it, or their motivation, as titled in this post here for our weekly Q&A on a Wednesday, their motivation just isn't there. And we get this all the time. So one thing that we actually do work on with our clients and anybody that comes in on a program is we have to look at mindset. So a lot of people want to get fit. A lot of people want to get healthy. A lot of people want to lose weight, tone up, whatever their fitness goal is. But if you can't get your mindset in the right place fairly early on, you're going to struggle to achieve all those other things. Because as we all know, when we start an exercise program or we join a new class or a gym, for the first week or so, we always feel absolutely brilliant. You know, we're moving more, we're aching a little bit, we're releasing endorphins. So we know that's going to make us feel great for a few hours after. And that can very soon start to wear off. And that's just natural. It's really normal for that sort of thing to just wear off over time. Maybe it's boredom, maybe it's just that spark that you had at the start isn't quite there. That could be for a few different reasons. Sometimes it's because you haven't lost a stone in the first week and you lose your motivation that way. So I want to talk to you about motivation and a few things that you could do potentially to help you if you feel you are struggling with motivation. So right now we've got about 100 people that we're kind of helping with regards to our members and people that are trialing our services right now. One thing that we offer them is a Mindset Academy. So in our membership platform, which they get access to from day one, we actually did during the first lockdown back in March, April last year, we did a Mindset Academy, which was a 6-week mindset course that they could just plug into at any time, live interaction, that sort of thing. And there's a few little things that we did in our motivation subject. We did a whole seminar on motivation. There are a few things that you can do here. So a couple of tasks that I set my clients, if I get that message come through, like with Brooke today, and they say, I'm not feeling very motivated, I don't know why, I've hit a bit of a slump. With Brooke's particular case, she's a primary school teacher and, cracking at a job, so full of enthusiasm and energy and smiley and perfect at what she does, and loves the classroom and that side of it and seeing the kids. And then to have to transition to, like so many of us, to have to move everything to online and to have to remain positive on a screen and stare at a screen all day can often mean that you're just, by the end of the day, drained. And Brooke has to do the evening classes, which we run live in the evenings about 6:15. And usually by then, she's just tired, again, doesn't want to look at a screen. So particularly that side of things, the motivation's gone. And that will be the same for so many of you, by the way, who are working from home or are still going into work. We've got a couple of clients that are nurses and doctors who are working more hours than ever. So right now they can't even focus on their exercise. So there's a couple of tools and things I'm going to tell you about, and this is for absolutely anybody watching. The first one is you have to hold yourself accountable. So if you've got a goal or a target or something you've set yourself, like a New Year's resolution, or you've joined our program or whatever, and you've got a goal, you know that we're going to support you. That's part of it. We're going to check in with you weekly. We're going to make sure you're staying on track. If you miss a session or two, we're going to chase you up because we all need that. But it also helps to hold yourself accountable. So there's the first thing that you can do, and this is anybody that's with a program with us, anybody that's doing Joe Wicks from home, anybody that's doing YouTube workouts, anybody who's just generally trying to walk more, drink more water, eat more healthily, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve right now, or just generally just to survive, you have to hold yourself accountable. So first thing that you can do is set yourself mini challenges. This is what I just said to Brooke, and I've said to some clients before. So if I get a message come through like Brooke that says in the morning, can we have a chat? I'm already thinking, okay, I know where this is going. I know what the issue is going to be. What can we do? So I will say to Brooke, like I said to you guys now, and I've said to people before, set yourself some mini challenges for the week ahead. So Brooke right now is focusing on her nutrition. So Sunday she had a chat with Shelley, our nutritional coach, and got a plan together ready for the week ahead with regards to what she's going to be eating and drinking. So there's a plan in place. Doesn't mean you're necessarily going to stick to it 100%. Brooke said she's still craving the biscuits and things like that, probably more from boredom towards the end of the day. But she's made that effort to put a plan in place. So I'm going to take that one step further. So what I've told her to do, and I want you all to do this if you're watching it, if you've got a target that you've set yourself for the year, maybe it's a goal you've set yourself to lose X amount of weight, to walk a certain distance, to do a run, whatever your goal is, instead of focusing on that big picture, that 5 stone weight loss, that 3 stone weight loss, 1 stone weight loss, whatever it is, run a marathon, set yourself a goal that you're going to achieve, a set list of challenges that you're going to set yourself for the next week. So things that you're going to do to push you forward for the next week. So there's no good just saying you're going to do it. Write it down. The power of keeping a list. And if you don't want to write it down, do a Facebook post, one better, whether that's in a private group that you're in with us, whether that's just on your basic profile profiles on Facebook. Set yourself weekly challenges, and that could be something like, I'm going to drink 2.5 liters of water every day. It could be that I'm going to go and do a walk every single lunchtime. I'm going to walk for 15 minutes. It could be that I'm going to try and do 3 exercise classes. There's so many things that you could be doing. It might be that I'm going to not eat chocolate every day this week. And then you have to praise yourself. So gratitude is huge. If you don't practice gratitude, and if you've got nothing to be proud of, you're silly. Of course, you've got something to be proud of. Look at the scenario and the situation we are now in. So we're coping with this. We're having to adapt, like Brooke with moving her classroom to online, like we've had to with our exercise classes. We have all had to adapt in this current situation we find ourselves in. So give yourself some gratitude. A bit of back history about myself. I was just telling Brooke this story. I've been doing this 11 years. I spent a lot of that time doing things the wrong way, really, one-to-one training, going to people's houses. It wasn't scalable, it wasn't working, and things just weren't paying bills, basically. So I had to get some help. So I took on a coach, and now I've got 2 coaches that help me with my business and marketing. And the reason why I do all these Facebook Lives now is through my marketing coach. They tell you to do this to keep yourself in people's eye. And that's why we do this regularly. And I want to help you guys, obviously. So for me, I went through a bit of a crap time. You know, I lost my mum 11 years ago to cancer, and that sort of that switched my mindset quite a lot. So a lot of people at the age I was 20, nearly 21. It was a bit of a shock. She was only 46 years old. A lot of people could have gone one of 2 ways, I suppose. You can let it beat you and get you down and blame the world and hate life and just go off the rails, or you can try and turn a negative into a positive. My mum loved running, and it's something we used to do together. So I set myself a target to run the London Marathon in her memory. So I tried to turn that negative into a positive. I then put all my time, attention, and focus into building a business. So I went traveling for a little while, like some people do when they've gone through something like that, to clear my head. And when I was in Australia, I noticed that there were a lot of these little personal training studios and outdoor boot camps. And we're talking probably 8 or 9 years ago. Back in Poole, Dorset, hardly any boot camps back then. No personal training studios, maybe one in the whole of Poole and Bournemouth. Now, boot camp everywhere on the beach when we're allowed, boot camps everywhere on the parks. But back 9-10 years ago, it was just me. I was the first one to do it in Poole because I got this idea in Australia. So I spent the next 8 years trying to build a business, build it. We moved into this premises, a brilliant size facility for us. It felt unheard of, from just training people in their gardens and their houses to now having 6 staff and myself. And finally, in March last year, things were paying off. I'd actually made a bit of profit. For the first time in my life, I hadn't scraped by. My business has actually made a bit of profit. And then we were hit with a pandemic. And some of you have heard this story already. So in my first month of 8 years of hard graft and really trying different things and changing things, we hit a pandemic and we had to shut our gym doors. And you can imagine what effect that had on me. Absolutely broken, devastated. But you know what? We had clients that were relying on us and me to get them through their own personal battles. People were losing jobs. People were scared about what was going to happen. They're worried for their health, their family's health. People didn't have anything positive to come out of it. So then we think, well, how do we turn this round? So setting little goals, we do a quiz night once a month during lockdown. We've got one this Friday. Setting little challenges for our clients, our core 4 policy, which is where you have to track 4 things every day. Your water, how much you're drinking, the amount of exercise you're doing, whether that's just a walk, your goodness in versus bad stuff in. So 70% good, 30% bad, and how many hours sleep you're getting. Just by tracking those things, you start to become more aware of your own fitness and health. So there's things you can do. 1, set yourself mini challenges. All right. That's going to keep you focused and keep you strict and hold you accountable. Tell people about it. Don't just do it yourself. Tell the wonderful world of Facebook. Do it on a Facebook status in one of these groups. Do it on your own personal Facebook, or tell some friends that that's your goal for the week. Text your friends, WhatsApp group. Maybe there's a few of you who want to do it together. That's always strong. That is really, really powerful. Tell a few things, but don't forget to praise yourself and offer gratitude. When I opened this gym, and this is kind of where I'll summarize and finish things. One morning I walked in this gym in March last year before the announcement that we were locking down. And I'd never done anything like this before. I don't even know where it come from or why. I opened the gym door. There was no one else in. And I just clapped. I know it sounds cheesy. I clapped and nodded my head. And I think back to the film Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. And he does it at the end. He's just stood in the street clapping. If you haven't seen that film, oh my God, unbelievable film. Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith, one of his best. But you'll come away from that film just feeling so much more motivated about life and trying to turn a negative into a positive. So I don't know if that's been waffling on too much and that's not helped you at all. I hope it has. If you've watched it from start to finish and it's been helpful and you feel that there's someone else out there who might just need a friendly kick up the bum from you, you're their friends, you're their family, you're the people that they'll be relying on, okay? Like some people rely on us to keep them fit. It's your friends and family that rely on you to keep them sane. So drop them a message. If there's someone that you know is particularly down right now, that's having a tough time, whether it's a friend of yours or relative, whatever, just drop them a friendly message. Maybe comment and tag them in this post. And maybe if they watch this video, they might come out of it feeling a little bit more motivated. We can all take bad experiences and negative times and use it as an excuse. And a lot of us will. It's in our nature. Or you can do the opposite and you can actually set yourself some goals and use that as a way of saying, you know what? I'm not going to let this beat me. You can turn a negative into a positive in any situation. And I mean that. I honestly believe that. If I can go through some of the things I've been through and you guys have all had your personal battles, we've all experienced losses and things like that. We've lost businesses, family members. We've all gone through crisis after crisis. We're now in another recession, but you're still here. You know, we are still here. So practice gratitude. Set yourself some little targets, some little challenges, and hold yourself accountable. Tell people about it. Do it on a Sunday. It's the best day of the week to do it because Monday's always shit anyway. So set yourself those targets on a Sunday and start working on them from that Monday. So I hope it's been helpful. If you've watched it and it has, give me a thumbs up or a comment to say thank you or, you know, that's great. Tag the friends in it you think that this would help the most. And I can't wait to speak to you guys again soon. And as always, if you need anything, anytime, please feel free to reach out. All the best, guys. Keep up